Um, I think I'm accepting the fact that black men don't like black women. I think I'm understanding and accepting that right now. I They don't like us. In every other race, they see us like a fantasy. The black women that have their black man, I'd be so happy. I thank God. I'd be so happy. Like, look at them. It looks so beautiful. And the black men I come across, they just don't like us. There's always something wrong with us. And they never see we can never be fucking good enough. I'm done dating. I'm done dating. Like, the dating shit, I'm cool.
I think we always have to understand that dating is hard. Right? It's going to be difficult when you're trying to find someone else that pairs with your life. It's going to be difficult. But we see so many posts where women are saying that black men is when they're talking, it's as a whole. Like black men don't like black women, and it doesn't matter how many creators come on and say otherwise or prove otherwise, or men that you meet and you see that they're you can look up the statistics and see no, we're still pretty much race loyal when it comes down to marriages. For those of us do get married, you see that so many times we cannot look past our own trauma, our own hurt, and our own circumstance, and then we say it must be everyone else. Now, if you were to be fair, right, and just to be fair, if it's constantly an external problem, like the problem has to be black men as a whole, but there's nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with your dating style, your attachment style, with the way you go about looking at things, your outlook, nothing. It's got to be all black men. I think this is just those one of these easy times. Just, yeah, maybe I need to take a step back from dating and do some real internal work. So, guys, before we continue on the sticky series, and we're getting better, just need a little more time to rest. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Still trying to do 2 a day. And really want to go into this because I saw one of previous videos I posted maybe a couple of days ago where I think someone was saying that I don't know specifically about black men not checking for us as in women, and I think that's we just like this woman here. You can easily get sort of sucked into this idea of just the things that you see in front of your face is the reality, is the whole, and that's very much we've created a society that makes you think your individual issue is the only thing, your truth is what really matters, and the fact is that's not really it. You can have your own experiences and use that and say this is my entire world, but you occupy such a minuscule part of it. If you have trouble dating black men, does that mean you stop dating black men? But it's up to you. It's up to you. But realize the reason you stop dating black men is because you've decided to stop, not because the entire pool of black men are terrible. And that cuts the other way as well. When men are saying, "Yeah, I've tried. I don't want to date black women anymore," you're saying it based on your own experience of the women that you allowed in your life. That doesn't presuppose the whole entire group is that same way that you've dealt with. You know, calling one side out, not calling the other wouldn't be fair at all. One of the first things that I'm always telling people to do, always encourage people to do, is do that internal work and look at yourself first. If something in your life is not going right, I would want to first look and say, it's me versus it's the world versus it's this one large subset or group. No, the problem is I walk around with me all the time, every single day. I'm probably the issue, right? Or if I can't see that I'm the issue, I maybe have blinders on. That's when you get help, friends and therapy and such. We can help you look in and re-examine the world and realize, yeah, there's more to it. Yes, sometimes you need to take a step back from dating. Sure, sure. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So many times I'll see creators here or people here just want to express their opinion and voice, and they say, I'm done with dating. let's be fair, and it may sound a little harsh, but no one really cares. If you take yourself out of the dating pool, no one really cares, right? Things stay as they are. If you believe taking yourself out will somehow change the dating game, it won't, right? It won't. You just put a pause, right? And the longer you pause and, eventually if you re-enter it, the harder things get. I think Kevin Samuels used to talk liken it to dating as a muscle, right? And the more I talk to people, as I travel, as I continue to travel, and we have conversations just about how awkward some dates are. This is from women's perspective about men, and I'm understanding that sometimes it's an inability to converse. It's an inability to, or sometimes it's a lack of an interesting life, or it's the inability to relate these experiences into a coherent, cohesive way of speaking, a charming sort of sense. It's tough. The less you do it, the harder it becomes. Now, in this one specific case, and of course we don't know her, and there's not more that she added here. But sometimes we move with this understanding or this thought process that men are supposed to simply be there for women. Like again, a Kevin Samuelsism, you just pluck a man off the high value tree. Like just men are ubiquitous and always that attention will always be there. And for large swaths of a woman's life, that's true. That attention will always be there. But you never look and say and parcel out and say, that the tension of this man in my DMs that's been talking to himself for the last 6 days is not equal to the tension of that man I see over there that I desire. We just see attention as attention. So when you don't get the attention from men that you want, that you're interested in, or you think should be interested in you, instead of looking inward, we don't have a society that's taught you how to do that. That's taught you say, hey, maybe it's something about me that's not ready for that. Maybe there's something I'm giving off. Maybe that's just not where I rate. Or maybe he has his own thoughts and feelings and desires himself. When we don't have a society that is taught women to see that other side of men, that they have that the desires of things, right? That they pursue passions and they pursue the things that they're into. You think I can't say what you think, but it's almost as if men are this blank slate and you input this and you output that. If you want a man, when you don't get that man's attention, when you don't get the thing that you feel like you've been promised, it feels like something's wrong and it's disastrous. Then you're crying and you're saying, I'm done with dating. And you're liking it saying that, well, it's gotta be because black men don't like black women, despite the very obvious reality around of the contrary. So again, this is one of those times that I think it would be best if people could stop, examine and see life for themselves and say, oh, maybe it's me. There's you don't have to announce it to the world. You can be quiet with it. You can say it in the quiet of your own house. You don't have to announce your failure to the world or that that pain point. You don't have to announce it. You can do it in the quiet of therapy. You can do it by yourself. But maybe sometimes it's nice to take that step back, because if the problem is you can fix it, right? You can find things that you find more interesting. You can learn more about the men that you are interested in. And of course, this is genderless, right? If men are feeling that same sort of frustration, and we don't tend to have the same, styles of outlet. We don't get on here and really in mass talk about things like this, but it's not as if we don't feel it. We just have a society that has put the onus of responsibility on men often. So we hope they sort of figure out, if you're not getting the results that you want with the women that you want, the problem is probably you. It's time for you to go back to the lab, review the game tape, and come out as a better player. And not player as a player, but you know what I mean, in the game, the dating game. Now, if you agree, let me know. If you see videos down here you might be interested in, why don't you give it a click and let me know your thoughts on that one as well. I'll see you guys on the next one.